Okay, so I think it's already 9 and 2 minutes, so we'll start this session. This is the Microcks Community Meeting number 34, and we have some, let's say, quite good announcements and news and stuff to share as usual. People may join us live. We still have difficulties to do the live stream, but this code is recorded and I'll push it on social certainly tomorrow at the same time. I'll do a stream tomorrow regarding the recording itself for the people who have not been able to join us today. And especially because I think that's going to be a topic that we'll address today. We are once again a member of the Linux Foundation Mentorship Program, what is named Term 2. And I think quite a lot of mentees and people who will apply to the projects that we have submitted will be happy to have, let's say, some information on how it works and the process, the timeline and stuff like that. But maybe before we start digging further on, on the mentorship program, I'm happy to share my screen and important news regarding Microcks itself. Is first of all a very, very important milestone for the project and the community itself, because Microcks have moved from a sandbox project to an incubating project last week. And we are very, very proud and happy about this recognition from the CNCF Technical Oversight Committee, because it's a very important milestone for the project and for all of us, all the community members, contributors, adopters, sponsors, and all the people who are relying on Microcks to do API in a better way, let's say. For the one who don't know, it's such a long journey because from an historical point of view, Microcks it's not, let's say, a brand new project that's been started 10 years ago. Its first line of code has been done by Laurent Broudou, which is one of the co-maintainers of the project. And we have, Laurent and I, donated Microcks to the Cloud Native Computing Foundation 3 years ago. We entered as a sandbox project, and now 3 years after, took us 9 months to make it possible. There's a lot of work in the background that you may don't know and don't see. And now it's done. We made it. Very, very happy about that. So congrats to all the people who've been involved and who have supported us on this journey. And now moving forward as an incubating project, that will help us clearly to gain more visibility and to amplify all the work that all of the contributors and communities doing. And also within the CNCF, I think it will, I need to check it out in all the details, but we will have more time on kiosk for all the KubeCons. So call to contribution as well to all the community members. If you have a KubeCon in your country, if you would like to help Microcks, Laurent and I try to do Europe and North America every year when we can based on budget. But if you are local and if you like to help the community, you can take care about the Microcks kiosk and help the community, and I'll share more details on that. So this is a blog post regarding the announcement on the CNCF blog post from the CNCF that's been written by Kathy, who was the TOC sponsor for Microcks. We have also, so I'll let you check it out. There's a lot of details on the process itself, the milestones, the metrics, what is important, from a contributor's point of view, the company and organization who are supporting us, and especially the project health, because that's a very important milestone. And something that we are pretty proud about is the better together approach that we have within Microcks. And it's something that we care about a lot because we are, let's say, very focused on API mocking and testing, but we clearly think that we are just part, let's say, of the cloud native ecosystem on itself. And then by leveraging the cloud native and CNCF and open source project around, that's what organization can leverage and gain a huge amount of benefits from. I'll encourage you as well to check this blog post on Microcks blog. We have made, Laurent and I, our own post on this announcement. Let's say, again, more or less same type of milestone and so on, but also details on the application and the due diligence. So when I was saying that there's a lot of activity in the background, a lot of administrative tasks, a lot of stuff that community members do not see. If you would like to know more, check these issues, and you'll discover that. And by the way, I'll show you as well on Microcks, we have a community repo. And within this repo, I've created a CNCF directory. And here I have more or less archive all the activities that we have done, just to share, and also a call to contribution, because here you can see our technical review. You can see the security self-assessment that we have done. I'll let you dig further and check it out, but there's quite a lot of information on how we manage under security within the Microcks project itself. And if you see any glitch, any improvement, anything that is not up to date, please raise a PR. That's very important. And last but not least, Sandbox. That's all the stuff that we have done to join as a Sandbox project. And again, incubation. That's the application that we have started, I think that we can see the date. So that the application details, March last year. So when I said 9 months, it's more a year. And that's where everything has been started regarding Microcks application to level up from Sandbox to incubation. So check it out, and you'll see all the work that has been done in order to make it happen. So that's it regarding this announcement. Huge congrats to all of us. And let's move forward on more activities and growing this project and the activity around it. Something important, because I still receiving a lot of questions on how to join this community meeting, how to stay up to date and so on. Please follow us on social. This is just LinkedIn. If you check, we are posting quite a lot of stuff and information, including before each of these community meetings, some information on how to join. So please check it out. And you'll see as well all the information regarding blog posts, all the announcement. Join as well, like this guy, API Quality, they are Microcks adopter based in Spain, Europe, and share what you think about the project itself, or what we are sharing, So we have good friends which are also promoting well and help to, let's say, to share the good news regarding the project, and that's great if you're able to do that. People like Cube Simplify, for example. But that's also where you're going to see where we are. I was at Amadeus facilities, for example. We have been invited to the engineering days. That's where you'll see our latest release, like the new release note from the latest release, which is Microcks 1.14. And so on and so on. So we are on LinkedIn, X, and Blue Sky, and Mastodon as well. So please check it out. If you want to see all the links, just go over here. Community about, and you'll see all the links, follow us on social and so on. And last but not least, don't hesitate and please join us on Discord. That's where you can chat with all the community members live. And Discord is very important for the next topic that we'll cover, which is the mentorship program. Before jumping on that, let me see who is online now. And maybe for the one who have access to their microphone, maybe you can just introduce yourself. We have Tanish, Amishu, Divyanshu, and sorry again, very sorry if I'm not pronouncing your first name correctly. But if you would like to say a few words, introduce yourself, explain and share why you joined this community meeting and what you expect from it, please feel free. Hi, Ash.
Hey
I don't
Yasin,
know.
hey. Hey everyone.
So
Sorry
Ash,
for being late. I was occupied with some other meeting of my
yeah,
company.
no
So
worries. No worries at all. We know what it is. We're all quite busy. By the way, for the one
yeah.
who don't know, I'm based in France, and today is a national bank holiday in France, but I didn't want to
Mhm.
miss this community meeting, so that's why I'm here. So maybe Tanish, if you would like just to say a few words, introduce yourself and explain what you expect from this meeting, feel free.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations to all for the incubating project that Microcks has moved to incubating project, and really hope that we will move to undergraduate project soon. So yeah. So I'll introduce myself a bit. Hello everyone. I'm Tanishq, a pre-final year student from Pune, India. I've been contributing to Microcks CLI over the past few weeks. I've few merged PRs in the org and recently opened a PR about output flag with text, JSON, and YAML support to the test command. I've discussed this with Harsh too, and I'm also applying for LFX mentorship this term, and really glad to be here today.
Thanks for joining. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Aminshu, I think you have had a network difficulty. I don't know if you are able to speak now. If not, no worries at all. Just put in the chat, any question you may have. But if you would like to take the mic, feel free. And same for Divyanshu.
No, I'm able to listen.
Yeah,
Hello, sir. First of all, congratulations for the project. And let me introduce myself. I am Divyanshu Chandra from India, third year student. I am doing my course in computer science and currently looking to contribute in Microcks. And I also have a couple of PR merge, and currently I'm writing proposal for LFX. And my doubt is that can we get a feedback on our proposal before the final submission, or we have to like submit it without any feedback?
yeah. So that's a good question. So thanks for joining first of all, and thanks for your interest on the project and the LFX Mentorship Program. And regarding your question, I think that's something we'll cover. And I'm glad that I have Ash as well with me today. Because for the one who don't know, Ash is the co-owner of the Microcks CLI. That's the project on which the mentorship is related for TEM 2. By the way, it's also maybe I can share that because I still have, and it's certainly clearly our fault. So I'm taking the opportunity to share, let's say, some information and common information on the project itself. If you go on GitHub Microcks main project, we have a maintainer markdown file. That's where you can see information on let's say who are the I'm not going to say the key members, but the maintainers, what is the different type of responsibility within the project. So as you can see, we have two core maintainers, three core maintainers at that time, Laurent, myself, and Sébastien. And co-owners, that's what I was saying previously, Ash, which is taking care and quite focused. He's doing quite a lot of stuff, but focusing on Microcks CLI, and he have some right and responsibilities on the Microcks CLI repo because it's a sub-project and it's a repo on itself. So just to share that with you, because when you would like to contribute to a project, an open source project like Microcks, please always check this type of document because that's where you can find our governance and what we expect, the way we manage, let's say, different level roles within the organization, what we name the contribution ladder, how we vote, how you can become, let's say, a code owner or later on a maintainer, and so on and so on. And that's clearly the type of information which are important and all the stuff that we worked on in order to level up from sandbox to incubating. We also have, it's brand new and something I'm taking care about as well with Laurent, a steering committee in order to have, let's say, the voice of Microcks adopters who are committed and engaged on maintaining the community on itself. So check it out, check all the, the code of conduct, the governance stuff and so on, because if you would like to contribute, that's important documentation that we have written and quite a lot of useful details on how to contribute, let's say, efficiently for all of us. You as a contributor, us as a reviewer, maintainer, and people who are going to review and merge your PR. So that's the first point. Now, regarding to the mentorship program itself. So for the one who would like to know more and the one who would like to apply, there's mentorship, link over here. If you check LFX, which is Linux Foundation mentorship program, you can find this page, and here you can select, the accepting first project, just like Microcks, and you'll see all the Microcks projects. So you'll see as well the completed project. That's the 7th project what we have done last year and this year. And thanks to Arsh, because you've been very pushy on this one, and we are very, very grateful that you have been able to make it clearly, because that's clearly thanks to you for this purpose. We have this great new project, which is open to Mentee. So all the details on the project itself are here. You can see information on the mentors. We have 4 mentors on a single project. So we can tell you that is an important project for the community. It's something that is clearly expected. And then you are able to apply as mentee in this project. So you can see the repository, the website here and so on. But something important is timeline. So for the one who don't know, I strongly encourage you to join the CNCF Slack. We have a Microcks channel as well, but all the community, Microcks community is more on Discord. But for CNCF, you can check the CNCF Slack channels, and Nate is, let's say, the head of the mentorship program. He's doing quite a lot of important stuff within the CNCF, but he's leading, the mentorship program, and he will be the mentee point of contact from a CNCF point of view. We are on the Microcks side, and we're going to take care about mentoring mentees for this project. But Nate is a guy with all the information from a CNCF point of view. So what is important to note is now we are entering this period. As you have seen, the project is live, online, ready to accept application. Now, mentees need to send their application, and they have till May 19. I think it's end of next week. So don't miss the slot. Submit your application as soon as you can, and then mentors will have this period of time to review the application. So back to your point, and the previous question that we have had, this is a period where and when you will receive, and only at the end, unfortunately, but feedback on your application. What is important to understand, and it's something that is, important to note, is that we have a single project. We're going to take, and that's, the mentorship program rules, a single mentee. We are not able to have 2 mentees, I think, on a single project. And correct me if I'm wrong, Arsh, by the way, but usually we have a single mentee per project. So sorry in advance for that. Yeah, sorry, Arsh, go ahead.
Yeah, look, so like for each project, we could have only 1 mentee for each project, and like currently for this term we only have 1 project. So the possible we will only get one mentee for this term, basically. And yeah, like I can see the enthusiasm in the group. Like people are raising PRs, pushing, like continuously pinging, and I'm trying to reply all them. But the thing is, like I'm trying to like merge the requests on the rolling basis, so that like each contributors can get equal chance, basically. And that's why like I'm taking some time over there. Yeah, and that's the main thing, like with the mentorship and all. So yeah, like keep pushing PR. I will try to review them as soon as possible, and then we'll come back with your proposal and the review for your proposals.
Yeah, clearly. And regarding PR and let's say the huge amount of activity that you are receiving, and you and Laurent are taking care about most of the time on these reviews and so on, it's something we'll cover as well, because that's important. But what is important to note is we'll select as mentor a single mentee. So we are sorry in advance for that, because we know that a lot of mentees would like to join the project. We know how important and implicated you are, but unfortunately, we can only select and have one. By the way, and it's also something on which we have had quite a lot of questions. I'll show you, on CNCF, we have CNCF blogs here. And if you check Microcks, you'll see all the Microcks, blog posts on the CNCF website. And last year, I wrote this blog post, because that's coming from my experience to be a mentor and select mentees for 7 projects. That was a huge amount of work, to be honest. And just to give you an example, we received more than 120 applications for 7 projects. So we expect to have less on a single project, but we'll see. But here you can as well, for mentees, find, let's say, I hope, useful information. And it's just my personal experience and feeling, but maybe some points that can help you as mentee to, let's say, shape or your application in a way that can help us as mentor, and can maybe give you more chance to be selected. So check it out. Something that is also important is we expect from mentee not only to help the project on some code, but also to help the project to gain invisibility and shine. And that's an important aspect of the mentorship program. So here you'll see, for example, a blog post from Krishi, which she was a mentee last year. And she explained something which is not related to that deep technical aspect of what she have done, but one of the difficulties she realized of what she named the silent users. So check it out. That's a very nice blog post as well. It's also, what we expect and will appreciate from mentee, the fact that you would like to join to provide your expertise, some code and stuff like that, but don't negligate the fact that this is a community and we need, let's say, to share broadly what you have done, what you are doing, what the project is doing, what the project or what your contribution is tackling, the pain you are solving for enterprises, and so on and so on. So check it out. There's quite a lot of details and material. We've made that to help you to better shape your application. So please use that. Something important as well, please join us on Discord. If you would like to interact with us, I guess it's same for Arch. I'm starting to receive, and it's the same thing each time we are launching a mentorship program, starting to receive quite a lot of DM, direct messages on LinkedIn and so on. That's fair, fine. I'm trying to answer to all of them as best as I can, but please share more broadly. And the better way to do that is join us on GitHub, join us on Discord. And on Discord, you have a dedicated Microcks CLI channel, which is where this project is related. So please join and ask any question in this open channel, because your question and the answers we'll provide can help the others. And that's way better than sending same question or same message to Arch, Laurent, and I, because we try to answer again, but it's quite a lot of activities that you may not realize. So please join the public channel for this purpose. And something important as well is this is the project on which we'll select a mentee, something that we will start, when, beginning of June. Which means, and I think, Arch, that's an important point, and I think you're not going to disagree on that. We will not accept contribution and PR on this project upfront. We will select a mentee to take care about this project, which means please contribute to anything related to Microcks, any repo, any topics, documentation and so on. Or documentation is a nice way to start contributing and to better understand what the project is doing. But please don't forget that this is a project on itself. We'll select a mentee, we'll follow the rules, which means you cannot contribute to it before it starts. And we don't want to close the project before the beginning, let's say. And I think that's very important. I don't know, Harsh, if you have already received, let's say, some issue PR related to the project itself, but the rules clearly is to not accept them right now.
Yeah. No, we didn't receive any PR on the particular new topic. People are mostly asking like how they can build this, or what should be the approach basically. But like, yeah, contributors are very good. Like they are understanding the like it's basically a part of the mentorship, and then only within that duration they'll basically solve it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. And by the way, it's something on which you can clearly provide more details. But for the one who don't know, Arch, before being a Microcks co-owner on Microcks CLI, was a mentee last year, and we've been happy to mentor him. And he has been able, to climb the contribution ladder, and that's why he's a co-owner now, and that's why he's going to be the mentor of the next mentee. That's just a perfect word and the perfect illustration, let's say, of what is open source and what we like and love. So that also means that the mentor you will have, Arch, is clearly someone who have been in your shoes previously and you know what he's dealing with.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Anything else from your point of view, Arch, regarding the mentorship program, the project itself? Anything you would like to share with mentee in order to better shape their application? Try to share some information I have had in mind, but if clearly feel free to answer that and provide more details.
So like with the mentorship topic, what I found, like mostly people are very eager to get into the mentorships, and like they are like they want like mentorship quickly. But the thing is like with the particular projects in the CNCF, basically, the thing is like as much as you have involved in the community previously, and there is a better chance of you to get selected for the particular mentorship or the particular term, basically. So I would say like if even if you didn't get selected with the like current term, like don't get sad with the like, and don't just be like this term is over, so like I will not contribute with Microcks or any other CNCF project, because in open source projects it's always is the case of community building, community involvement. So while reviewing your proposals, your applications, there is a high of course like your contributions, your proposal, and your cover letters and all that matters. But like the another thing which performs a big role in your selection or in your basically like in your like review and all, which is your community involvement, like from how long you were the part of the particular community, particular project. So like that's like it's basically in LFX mostly we rewards I have very like friends and different projects of CNCF, and we all have the like common mindset, like we mostly always like we reward the people who have longer part of the community, and which like basically it's LFX is basically rewarding that particular people who have contributed a lot, who have like involved a lot with the community and all. So that's the main case. So like even if you don't get selected with this term, don't get sad basically with this, and keep contributing it with Microcks, and like there will be a higher chance of you to get selected within the next iteration of the mentorship basically.
Yeah, that's a very important point, and thanks for mentioning that, Ash, because the fact that you are selected is great, but it's not the final step, let's say, and any contribution can help, of course, the community and the product itself, but also you and your, be completely aligned with your personal agenda or your personal branding. Because we all know when you are junior, you are at school, and next step is to find a job, and Ash can maybe tell you that, because I think now he's not a student anymore, but I guess his open source implication, not only on Microcks, but also the mindset and all the stuff that he learned, can clearly help you to find a better job. So selected or not selected, if you like open source, if you like to enhance your resume and be more, let's say, bankable, I think open source is clearly something important to take care about. So feel free to join. And what you have said, Arash, is very, very important, and clearly something that is important to mention. An important point, because I think something that is maybe not highlighted too much, is the mentorship program is clearly for junior mentee, people who are starting their journey as open source contributor, which means if you have done the Linux mentorship program previously, or usually and normally if you have done Google Summer of Code or something which is more or less similar, you cannot apply. And that's important to say that, because we don't want to generate frustration and reject people who have very good, let's say, experience and can provide a huge amount of value to the project, only due to the fact that they are not, let's say, junior enough. Because it's the right balance. Of course, as mentors and maintainers and on the project, ideally we would like people implicated, involved, and who will provide value. But the mentorship program is also to help people to level up and grow and gain, let's say, new expertise, which means this learning curve is part of the mentorship objective. And if you are already coming as an expert and people who have done huge amount of stuff within all the community, please join us, join the community, contribute to it, but you cannot apply as a mentee. You are not a mentee anymore. I don't know, Arsh, if it's something that you've noticed already, but from the past experience, we have had application on that.
Yeah. Yes, I already I have all this thing in mind already, because like, and it's like clearly mentioned in the LFX terms, like if you have done the GSOC before, you are not being part of the LFX.
Exactly. Yeah. Check carefully the guidance. If you have any question, ask us, or ask Nate on CNCF Slack publicly. He is a man. He knows everything, all the rules, and all the stuff that we can do and cannot do. Same because it's also a question that we have frequently, payment. Because the mentee who selected, one of the good points is there's a sort of sponsorship and a payment for that on every month, which is amazing and great. And clearly, we are very, very happy to have this kind of support. But us as mentors, we are not the one who have, let's say, who will send the money and who have all the details on that process. We just follow a process. So if you have any question on that, again, ask to Nate. But please, upfront, read what you have provided, because there's a huge amount of information and everything is, from my point of view, already written somewhere. And especially when you apply, you have all the details. So check it out and read that carefully, but don't hesitate to ask any question if you need further details. Okay, I think we also have a question from Imanshu in a chat, and that's an important point as well regarding interviews. So yes, some mentees, not all of them. I mean, the one who are, let's say, but Arsh, you would like to manage a different way and fully open to that. But usually we are doing sort of a pre-selection of mentees, and then we interview the mentee pre-selected just in order to assess, let's say, their commitment, expectation, and stuff like that. Something important as well, and we know that it's difficult, but Nate and the CNCF and the Linux Foundation mentorship consider the mentorship program as a full-time job. This is during usually a period which is, let's say, better for students during June, July, August, but not for all the students. So that's important because I've noticed that personally in the past. If you apply as a mentee and if you cannot, let's say, and due to plenty of good reason, you are still students, you still have a training, you are doing another job or whatever. If you are just planning to work on it, let's say from midnight to 5 in the morning, it's not going to work. And it clearly something on which the CNCF and the Linux Foundation is really taking care about. We don't want to burn out mentees. We don't want you to work out of hours and consider this application as a full-time job. But we know what it is. So if for special cases, we are flexible. I mean, if you are a student, if you have some stuff to do, we are flexible. That's also part of the way we work asynchronously within all the open source projects. So we know what it is. But take care about that. Take care about that because Linux Foundation CNCF is really taking care about your commitment and the time you are committed to the project. And again, they consider this program as a full-time job. Okay. I think that's quite a lot of information in a single community meeting, and I'm glad that we have been able to address all of that. I'm also glad that we'll have a recording on that. So we'll share it, and I'll send the recording tomorrow. And of course, we'll share it more broadly in all the Mentee channel, Microcks CLI channel on Discord, on Slack and so on. So for all the mentees, I hope that it gives you more information and details and what to do, what to expect, and the way we're going to manage it. And again, if something is raising, please ask us. We are very, very happy to answer all the questions. But again, please do it publicly so then the answer can benefit to the others. And we don't do the same thing, let's say, 10 or 20 times.
And yeah, also I have one more thing to share regarding your mentorship. So after your mentorship gets completed, you will mostly get a chance to present your mentorship work at the Open Source Summit. And like currently we previous year's mentees received this mail to showcase their work, and I'm also trying to showcase at one of the Open Source Summit, possibly India, maybe. I'm not sure yet because I have some work with the company and all, so I'm not sure about my work schedule and all. But yeah, so that's the huge plus point for the mentorship program. Like you can basically showcase your work to world, like what actual real problem we have solved and like how you solved and what the impact we have made. So that's the main thing I want to share. And one update, Yasin, for us, I applied for the KubeCon Japan, but unfortunately my talk didn't get selected over there. So yeah, but like we'll keep applying for the next upcoming KubeCons.
Yeah, that's a very important point, and thanks for raising this one, Arsh, because when you as a mentee, you will receive this kind of information from the CNCF. And again, that's part of, blog post visibility and so on. We strongly encourage and ideally also are looking for mentee who would like to keep going and would like to share more broadly. And what Ash said is a huge opportunity for mentee and contributors. When you are a mentee, when you have been selected, you have it's not guarantee, and Arsh just expressed that, but you may have a talk selected at KubeCon. And by the way, Arsh has been selected for a KubeCon Europe in Amsterdam. Unfortunately, I've had a visa issue, but the talk has been done and it was accepted. And what we can tell you, because Laurent and I are in the CNCF for quite a long time, we are submitting talk ourselves for the project as maintainers every time, and we are rarely accepted. It's very, very, very hard to have a talk accepted. I can tell you more because I've been track share on some talk, CFP review on. I cannot name the one I'm working on at the moment, but 4 different KubeCon. So I've seen it from the inside. And the huge amount of talk received, the quality of them is huge and very impressive. So having a talk at KubeCon is like, what we name the Saint Graal. It's very hard, but as a mentee, you have bonus points, let's say. Plus, and it's something really to take care about, consider upfront because it takes time. CNCF has a scholarship program, which means if you have a talk accepted at KubeCon, you can also ask for funding for all your travel, hotel, and stuff like that. Which means more or less, if you submit a talk, if you are accepted and you have bonus point as a mentee on a project which is within a CNCF, and lucky enough, we are now incubating, not sandbox anymore, which is also a big plus. And if you are accepted, you can ask for a full funding of you as a speaker, which means you can go in any country in the world, biggest event in the world, free of charge, and enhance your personal branding. So very important point, Arsh. Thanks for mentioning this one, because it's also something you need to consider and think about and take the opportunity as well. And again, if you're not selecting as a mentee, you can also apply to the scholarship program. You can also take care about that, and you can also express and do talks and share, all the contribution and the stuff you are working on Microcks. And clearly, reach out if you need some help for this purpose. We are also here to help and provide, slide deck, demos, or information to help you to better, let's say, shape your CFP and talk to any event, KubeCon, Meetup, KCD, you name it. We are here to support you as well, because that's also helping the community. All right, that's very, very cool. Let me check if we have any other topic. No question on the chat. If you still have question on the mentorship program, feel free to raise your hand or take the mic. That's your time, folks. So don't hesitate. And in the meantime, I'm checking, let's say, if I have any other specific news to share. No, I think that's it for me regarding the project itself. A lot of activities, as you know, a lot of issues which are still open on which you can join and open a conversation. Sorry. As you know, the roadmap within Microcks is not written in marble. It's based on your need as adopters and users. And we have some pending topic on which we need, let's say, your implication to better shape the roadmap. So feel free to join us, check these issues, and sorry, make it more relevant for the project. I think I need a glass of water, but it's gonna be better. Okay, sorry for that.
Have a water. Yeah, have a glass of water, yes.
Yeah, I'll take one right after.
Sure.
I don't see any other question in the chat. So yeah, I have a glass of water. That's cool.
Yes,
It's good.
Tanish.
It's good sometimes to not be alone at home.
Yeah, true. You can get a water. Yeah, Tanish,
Yeah.
you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, so I have a technical question for Harsh. So for the dry run local mode that you have proposed in the LFX mentorship that issue to 255, since start and stop commands that already exist in the CLI, should the test local use that same underlying mechanism to spin up a Microcks container, or should it be a completely separate bootstrap path? And if a user already has a local instance running via Microcks start, should test local detect and reuse that existing instance, or instead of spinning up a fresh container? Like, what should we like approach for it?
I think like the actual thing should be like whenever like you are doing a test or something like this, the default thing will be the default context first, like because like that's why we have introduced a default context, so that like whenever we are doing any command execution over there, it will first execute it on the default context. And if you want to change the context, you can add a context, and then based on that you can use context flag to get executed on particular context, command on particular context. So I think with the test local as well, like I'm not sure, like, do we need a test local command particularly, because like we already have the context flag, so like we can change the context over there and then we can like directly use whichever context we want. So I'm not sure, like, if you can explain me more, like what like at which point the test local can help, then like we can discuss it betterly.
Yeah, I will like research it a bit for like, and
Yeah.
we'll post it on Discord like a thread for it.
Sure. Yeah, because like that's why like, we introduced the context for that purpose only. So like if you want, if we like we have 4 or 5 Microcks instances, like some prod, some stage, some dev. So like we can quickly or easily we can change the context and execute a command on particular context. That was the main concept of the context command, context flag over there.
Yeah, makes sense. So that was my question.
Yeah, that's a good point, and clearly the type of discussion, conversation on which we'll appreciate to have, first of all, your ideas, but also and ideally, and that's usually harder to have clearly, and I'm honest on that, feedback from people who are using it. But in order to do so, share it broadly, share it openly. So Discord, in the related issue, and if you don't have one on this specific topic, create one. You can create an issue which is related to a question or a discussion. That's a very smart way to open a conversation on a topic or on a new idea or on a specific question and see and grab feedback from ideally other contributors, but also people who are using it on a daily basis. Again, very hard and not that easy in any open source project to have feedback from users, adopters, because most of the time they use a solution. You heard about it when it's not working as expected, unfortunately. But when it's working fine, sometimes you don't have as much feedback, but that's part of the game, let's say. But asking publicly and as a call to action for all the people who are using it to give their ideas, feedback on it, is clearly a kind of gift. So don't hesitate to do that, and it's up to all of us to do that regularly in order to, let's say, again, express and teach as well to all the adopters that we need them, and that their feedback is very valuable, because that's what the implementation you're going to work on will rely on. So please,
and I would say, like,
that.
we as a Microcks project, the features you are currently seeing, 70 or 80% of them are mostly implemented when we have the user feedback, like where we got the user use case. Based on that, like, we mostly implemented those features. Because like if you build a particular feature and if there is a no use case, then that feature is basically useless and no one gonna use it. So try to like get as much as user interaction you can get. If you have some friends of yours who is working on particular who is working as on API specs, like they are facing some particular challenges, then try to ask them like how this can work betterly. And then like it's the main or the right approach to get the problems and then get them solved.
Yeah, clearly. And that's also why, and that's what I was saying previously, we have issues which are pending for months, mainly because it was a good idea or a question and so on, but we've not been able to move forward on the implementation due to the lack of feedback or due to lack of commitment of users to test it and help it to do QA on it and shape it with all of us. So that's a way to work. So if you need something, you also need to contribute to it and help it for this purpose. I think, Harsh, we have another question for Syed.
Yes, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I think Syed, what we can do is like if you have some microphone issue, you can ping me on Discord. We will do the back and forth over there because I think I also have to get more understanding of this problem. So we will do that this thing on the Discord, and I'll definitely try to give the best possible answer with this.
Yeah, because this one seemed to be maybe quite specific and more maybe an issue than a question. Yeah, clearly. But thanks for raising it clearly, because it looked like that something is not working as expected. So good point. Okay, cool. I think we are close to the end of the hour. If you have any other question, feel free to tell us. Otherwise, we are waiting for you on Discord and GitHub and so on. And let's keep going, keep moving. Please follow us on social, because I'm still receiving quite a lot of questions how to join these meetings and so on. And I'm posting as much as I can, but it looks like that people are still missing, let's say, the information we share. So please follow us on social, join us on Discord. We usually try to advertise and share broadly all the Microcks community activity. And that's a better way, certainly, to stay tuned. I really thank you for all of you guys who join us today. That's really cool, and very happy to have so much enthusiasm on the Linux mentorship program. It really helped us as well to keep going, and because we like it, but it's a huge amount of investment from a time point of view for the mentors. So we like when it's, let's say, raise some activities like that. So thanks a lot for that, and stay tuned for the latest announcement and so on, and the mentee selection. Odd period for us, but that's also part of the game. If it's fine with you, I think we can close this community meeting number 34 today. And again, due to live stream issues, I'll send the recording tomorrow at the same time, and it will be live on YouTube and also on LinkedIn. I'm just going to share my screen because, again, I'm receiving quite a lot of questions on that. Don't remember, please, that we have a Microcks channel, and if you go on live, you'll see all the previous community meeting recording, all of them. So if you would like to have a specific topic and so on, please check it out. That's where you have a lot of information, and sometimes also we have adopters who are joining us, who are doing demos or expressing, let's say, something very specific regarding their needs and so on. So check it out. Number 44 will be here tomorrow, and let's see you in 2 weeks, because again, we are doing a community meeting every 2 weeks, 2 per month, and different time zones. So for people in India, it's more or less this time slot every month. All right. Have a good day. Thanks a lot, all. Enjoy the weekend for the one who's going to be in long weekend like us in France starting today. Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.